Editor of townhall.com, Guy Benson, joins me now from Washington with his thoughts on Obama's View interview. What do you think? Was Obama putting campaigning above diplomacy in his interview?
Well, first of all, let me just say it's so wonderful to be on the new show. Congratulations on the new show, and it's fun to be here. But to answer your question, obviously, yes. I mean, that's not even really in any doubt in my mind. You have the President of the United States skipping for the first time in at least 20 years direct bilateral meetings and discussions with world leaders occurring right now at the United Nations. The president blew in, gave a speech, as is his wont, and then left because he had other things to do. He taped the View interview yesterday and that sort of thing, and he snubbed, among others, the Israeli Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, who had requested formally a meeting with the president. I can't imagine what he wanted to discuss. Maybe it was the Iranian nuclear situation or the terrifying scenario playing out in Cairo, where we have a Muslim Brotherhood member now in charge of that country, which is, of course, right across the border from Israel. There's a few things probably on Prime Minister Netanyahu's mind, and he wanted an urgent meeting with the president in person, as President Bush and President Clinton both managed to do during their re-election pushes in 1996 and 2004 during this UN week. But the president decided to skip it, go on the campaign trail, and chat with Whoopi Goldberg.
Well, he did talk a little bit about terrorism during that interview on The View.
Sure.
I want to play the clip and get your reaction to it. Here's the clip.
There's no doubt that the kind of weapons that were used, the ongoing assault, that it wasn't just a mob action. Now, we don't have all the information yet, and so we're still gathering it. But what's clear is that around the world, there's still a lot of threats out there. That's why we have to maintain the strongest military in the world.
So there, obviously, he's talking about the Benghazi attack on September 11th. Does that sound like a climb down to you from the position that it was all about this obscure YouTube clip?
Well, it is. It's a very slow climb down where the president and the White House are way behind everyone else. And it's very, very clear. If you look at the record, looking, for example, at the Sunday morning shows last week where they deployed Susan Rice, the UN ambassador, onto all the big Sunday chat shows here in the U.S. to insist this absolutely was a spontaneous protest in response to a video. All of the evidence indicates that that is not true, and the White House was, it appears, deliberately misleading the American people for at least a week on that point, with eyewitnesses saying not only was there not a spontaneous protest, there was no protest. It was simply a terrorist attack. And the president finally just starting to hint at that with the ladies on The View, when the rest of us have looked at the evidence over the last week and seen that to be the case.
All right. Thank you, Guy. We're going to have to end it there. Appreciate it.
Thank you.